I didn't know the truth about my husband when I married him. I entered the marriage blindly, thinking he was the perfect man. At first, he seemed kind, loving, and everything I had ever wanted. But over time, I discovered a side of him I never expected. Let me tell you how it all began. One evening, I attended a friend's wedding at a beautiful venue. The room was filled with laughter, music, and joy. I was having a great time with my friends when I noticed a man standing alone near the bar. He was tall, handsome, and well-dressed. He kept glancing at me but didn't approach me. I didn't think much of it at the time and continued enjoying the celebration. 2 days later, I received a message on my phone. "Hi, I saw you at the wedding. Can we talk?" I was surprised and replied, "Who is this?" He responded, "I'm the guy from the wedding. You looked stunning. I'd love to get to know you better." I was curious, so I agreed to chat. We started texting, and he was incredibly charming. He complimented me, called me special, and said all the right things. Within days, he said something that shocked me. "I want to marry you. I see you as my wife and the mother of my children." I was taken aback. "We barely know each other," I said. But he insisted, "I know you're the one. Please say yes, I'll make you happy." His words touched me, and against my better judgment, I agreed. Our wedding was small and intimate, with only close family and friends. I wore a white dress, and he looked handsome in his suit. For the first few months, everything seemed perfect. He was attentive, kind, and showered me with gifts. I felt like the luckiest woman alive. But then, things started to change. One day, I noticed him smiling at his phone. "Who are you texting?" I asked. "Just a friend," he replied quickly, putting his phone away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but over the months, his behavior became more suspicious. He started coming home late, claiming work was busy. He stopped spending time with me and became secretive about his phone. Years passed, and we had 2 beautiful children, a boy and a girl. On the surface, our life seemed perfect, but deep down, I knew something was wrong. One night, he left his phone on the table, and I couldn't resist checking it. What I found shattered my world. There were messages from another woman, romantic, intimate messages. He called her my love and my everything. I was devastated. He had never spoken to me that way. I scrolled further and found pictures of them together. The worst part, I knew her. She wasn't younger or more beautiful than me. In fact, she was older and had 3 children of her own. Her husband worked overseas, and my husband had been seeing her even before we got married. He had been lying to me all along. When I confronted him, he begged for forgiveness. "It was a mistake," he said. "Please give me another chance. For the sake of our children." I agreed. But the trust was broken. I tried to move on, but his behavior didn't change. He continued texting her, meeting her, and lying to me. Finally, I made the hardest decision of my life. I decided to divorce him and start over. I moved abroad for work, leaving my children with my parents temporarily. It wasn't easy, but I knew I deserved better. Life is unpredictable, but I don't regret my choices. I've learned to be strong, to value myself, and to never settle for less than I deserve.